Hey guys, it's your girl Frenchie here, and welcome to this Valentine's Day look. I was feeling a bit inspired. I saw some posts on Instagram, and I figured, why not? But I decided to step out of the whole red, standard Valentine's Day makeup look. So I decided to do something with purple, one of my favorite colors, and hot pink, and I think it turned out pretty well. I actually was inspired by the set that I have on, so the bra and the panty set. The bra is mostly pink, but the underwear is a mixture of the hot pink and the purple, hence this look. So yeah, obviously I can't show that, but yeah, so it took me quite a bit of time, but I'm satisfied with the look, and I think I did that. I think I did that. So yeah, here's on to the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, and hopefully I'll be back with a new video real soon.
Alright guys, let's get started. So I went in with the Professional Pore Primer by Benefit. I just went ahead and applied it to my T-zone area and any other areas that I thought I tend to sweat the most or get all oily. Yeah, so I just applied it, rubbed it in really well. Next, I went in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Orange, and I used this to color correct my dark spots, which I have plenty of, mostly on my chin going down to my neck area. So yeah, so we just used that to conceal those dark spots, and I used a damp beauty sponge to help blend it in. So we're just gonna blend. I then moved on to my brows using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Ebony. And what I like to do is start with the lower portion of my eyebrow. I start by outlining it, and then I move on to the top while going in the middle and just filling it in wherever I see it needs to be filled in. So any patches that need to be darker, I go in and I fill them. Also, I was using a dual brush by e.l.f. So one side has the flat angled portion of the brush, and the other side is the spoolie, which I use that to kind of brush out the hairs within my eyebrows just to give a more natural feathered look, if you will. And to outline my brows, I went in with the Juvia's Place foundation stick in the shade Cameroon. This is the foundation that I use all over my face, so I prefer to use it to outline my brows rather than using a concealer that's close to my foundation shade or even lighter. I just prefer this method. When I'm all done with my brows, I use the Great Lash Mascara by Maybelline in the color Clear just to help set them in place so they don't really move throughout the process of finishing up my makeup and, just throughout the day. You want to keep those brows in place. Moving on to the eyes, I go in with my NYX or NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk. I like to use this to help set a base or prime, if you will. That'll help the color really stand out, especially for the look that I was going with. I used some loose pigment, so I really wanted it to be as vivid as possible. So I thought using a white base was the best route to go. Okay, so I definitely had a slow moment here. I thought I was recording when I was applying the colors to my crease, but I basically used the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place, and I went in with that dark purple shade and then the magenta pink or fuchsia pink that was right next to it, and I just applied them both with a crease or blending brush and blended them in. And then I went ahead and started to cut my crease with a makeup wipe, just to get rid of all that product, so I could go in and apply my base, which was the NYX Milk Jumbo Pencil again. Next, I went in with the JLarue Bright Stack or Rainbow Stack. I went in with the top shade, which is that beautiful bright neon pink, and I believe that's a shader brush. So I just picked up the product and pat it in. I just try to pat it in as much as possible, and I did more than one layer just so I wouldn't have patchy spots, and so it would be as vivid as possible. Also guys, this process can definitely get messy, as you can see, so I advise you, if you're going to use pigment, to do your eyes first before doing the rest of your face. whatever fallout I had, I went in with a makeup wipe and just cleaned it up. Just try to be careful. And guys, I have yet to master doing wing liner or lashes for that matter, so I went ahead and did those off camera. I do apologize. I tried to record and it just was not working out. So once I get the hang of it and recording and, you know, get everything together, then I'll come back and show you guys. If you want, just let me know. But yeah, I did those two off camera. So my lashes of choice for this video were mink lashes by Eyes So Epic. Guys, I love this brand. And this is the lash style in Damsel in Distress. As you can see, guys, that right eyelash just wouldn't stay up. I don't know what it was. I definitely had an eyelash curler, but I couldn't find it, and for the sake of time, I was just like, whatever. So yeah, then I went in with that same foundation stick in Cameroon that I used for my eyebrows and applied it all over my face. And then I used the Juvia's Place flat top kabuki brush, I believe, and I patted that foundation in all over until it was blended to my liking. So just go ahead and blend, blend, blend. Next, I went in again with another Juvia's Place product. This is the color Catsina, and it's also a foundation stick, but I like to use it for contouring. Then I went in with their Magic Concealer in the shade 14 and highlighted the areas that I wanted to highlight. And again, I went back in with that damp beauty sponge and just blended everything together. And I used the kabuki brush to kind of soften out the edges of like the highlight and the contour, just so there weren't any harsh lines. So yeah, I just went in and blended until it was to my liking. Okay, now it's time to bake. So I went in with my Ben Nye setting powder in the shade Beige Suede. That's what I like to use to set my highlight, and it's been working for me. I've been using this product for a couple of years, so I highly recommend it. Most people tend to go with the yellow shade, but I feel like this is a more natural looking color for me. But you know, to each his own. This is what I like. This is what I do. And you definitely want to make sure that you're patting in that product. Patting it in just gives you more of a flawless finish instead of just packing it on there. So you want to pat it in, make sure that your skin is absorbing the powder, and try not to put too much. That can also cause flashback. And I don't like to bake for long because it tends to leave a whitish cast and give you that flashback. So right after, pressing it in, I left it in for maybe a minute or two and just went in with a powder brush and wiped away the excess product. Okay, so now I'm setting my contour using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. I believe it was the deepest dark palette. I honestly do not remember. I've had this palette for such a long time, but I'm using that shade that's in the bottom middle and the one next to it, which is the darkest shade, and I just use that to help my contour pop a bit. Then to set my entire face, I used the Ben Nye powder in the shade Nutmeg, also another favorite, and I just went in all the other areas that I hadn't touched yet with the powder just to blend everything in. After setting my entire face, I went in with my e.l.f. liquid liner. I believe it's the shade black, or the darkest color there is, and I just went back in and set some natural beauty marks. Well, those marks I have already, so I really just put them back, and I added just one more just to give the look a little oomph. So I felt like I needed some color on the bottom lash line, so I went ahead and added that magenta from earlier that I used in the crease, and I just patted onto both the lower lash lines. Then I went in with some mascara. This is the smallest mascara brush that I own, so I use it for the bottom lash line. It's from an online store called Miss A, and it works pretty well for me. I did go back in with another mascara by Milk. It's their Kush mascara. So I went in with that just to define the bottom lashes a bit more, because the first mascara that I used didn't really do the job. And finally, to complete the eye makeup, I went in with JLarue's white gold pigment just in the inner corners of my eyes, just to give a little extra something. I felt like it wasn't quite complete, so I think adding this definitely completed the look. And now my most favorite part, adding highlighter. Yes. So I went in with one of my favorites, which is the Master Holographic Prismatic Highlighter by Maybelline. I went in with it under my brow just to make it pop a bit more. And then I also used it to highlight my cheekbones along with another highlighter on the same line. This is in the number 100. I don't believe they quite have names, but the purple one that I end up showing you is in the number 100, and the one that I'm using right now is in the number 50. So I mixed those to use on my. I also sprayed a little bit of setting spray just to kind of lock in the product, and also I like to use setting spray before I go ahead and apply the highlight to my cheekbones. I feel like it helps it stick a bit better. Normally I put on my blush before I highlight, but I was just so excited. And this blush is also by Miss A. It's in the shade Stunner. And we're finally wrapping it up. Before I applied any lip product, I went ahead in with some Blistex. And I'm using a dark brown lip liner. I just got this from my local beauty supply store. And to fill in the middle of my lips, I used the NYX or NYX Butter Gloss in the color Creme Brulee. And to complete the look, I went in with my Leica Medix lip gloss in the shade Cotton Candy. I felt like this really gave it that pop that I was looking for. And there you have it, guys, the completed neon pink Valentine's Day look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It's my very first. I'm hoping to make a lot more, and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Thank you, guys.